pieces of information: the bruise that was found on the back of Nolan Wells' head, and then the audio from the boat.
How you feel about this second autopsy that was done on Nolan Wells?
Yes, I think when we last spoke, we were awaiting the forensic.
So it is now being alleged that Nolan Wells may have been using Coca-Cola. Look at this clip.
I was also told, and this person told me that it's over 100% chance that Nolan was using coke during this period of time. This person said it was 150% sure that when the toxicology comes back, that Nolan will have cocaine in his system. Now,
okay, so you guys just saw that clip from Officer Tatum's podcast. And I want to preface with this. I understand that we have not seen the toxicology report or results yet. However, I need us to think logically. If you guys don't know, the 4th of July was on Saturday, and Nolan was supposed to start his camp for football on Monday. Mind you, Coca-Cola stays in your system for 3 to 4 days in urine. So explain to me why Nolan would intentionally use Coca-Cola. On top of that, I find it ironic that this information is coming out when initially the friend said that they don't know what happened. And also in Warren's interview on Officer Tatum video as well, he said Nolan was fine. So I find it very convenient that now they want to push Coca-Cola on Nolan. Stop with the bullshit.
And yes, the controversy surrounding this case is extremely concerning. At some point, I'm getting tired. Every single day, something new is coming out. Now the mother has actually done something. They decided to subpoena social media companies. I don't know what exactly is going on. They are looking for something. If you take a look at these, a significant new legal development has emerged in the Nolan Will case. Attorneys representing Nolan's Will's family have reportedly sought record from several technology and social media companies, including Facebook, Instagram, and Live 360. It has reached that level. They are now asking social media companies to reveal some information about certain individuals. I said it, that it will result to this family going after people that are putting out videos on this topic, and it is happening already.
The bruise that was found on the back of Nolan Wells' head, and then the audio from the boat.
How you feel about this second autopsy that was done on Nolan Wells?
Yes, I think when we last spoke, we were awaiting the forensic autopsy because the original autopsy performed by the county examiner, we just weren't convinced it would be independent, quite frankly, because we weren't getting enough information from law enforcement. And so the forensic autopsy came back. And lo and behold, even though they're trying to downplay it, and I understand Ben Crump and NAACP and others don't want to try and jump to conclusion or step too far out, but the forensic autopsy showed that there was what they call discoloration. No, I call them bruises in the back of the head, appearing that someone has had their hand pressed at the back of their head, at the back of Nolan's head. That's concerning to me. Those, quite frankly, and if his friends didn't have anything to do with it and they truly left him behind, etc., he has discoloration, bruises on the back of his neck. Something happened. And quite frankly, this is Mississippi, where in 1955, which sparked the civil rights movement, Emmett Till was called whistling at a white woman. And now we're hearing Nolan Wells stayed back to be with a white woman. and he turns up dead with bruises behind his neck. That's the context I'm putting this in. It's Emmett Till, perhaps, all over.
Wow. So you feel like the dynamics between Nolan Wells and Emmett Till is similar?
Well, the dynamics are the same. He's with a white woman, or allegedly said something with, or however you view it, with a white woman, and there's a suspicion that white men, and that was the case with Emmett Till. He so-called whistled as a kid. 13 was he? Whistled so-called the woman at the store. White woman says he whistled at her. What happened? White men.
They're panicking over the boat, so it kind of could make sense for them to be talking about the boat. You know, also something was malfunctioning, supposedly a pump to pump water off of the boat, right? So it looks like there's water that is somehow gotten into the boat, or like, you know, the ground of the boat, in order to not sink.
Yes, Ben Crump posted this. Nolan Will's grieving mother should not be subjected to reported attacks while seeking answers about her son's passing, and the Will's family continued to demand transparency in the ongoing investigation. No one should weaponize online reviews against his mother's professional reputations. You know, this man is putting this out, and it is drawing a lot of attention on social media. To me, people should not do this. They should allow law enforcement to do thorough investigations and maybe draw conclusions into what is going on. I understand everyone has an opinion on this case, but attacking or sending any kind of messages to her, to me, it is uncalled for. But that is not my concern on this video. There is something more into what is going on.
That new Nolan Wells audio, man, they just got released, where they cleaned up the audio and you can actually hear what's actually going on in the background. Man, bro, listen, that audio hits different, man. That audio hits different.
The audio to which you are referring. Listen. Nolan Wells, explain.
Well, Nancy, what we have is some friends that were also out on the boat trip out to Horn Island that were with Nolan Wells and were friends with Nolan Wells. Claim that was him, that he was the one that was saying, "Give me my phone back," that it wasn't Nolan Wells.
Yes, if you have been following this case from the very beginning, you realize everyone has an opinion. Yeah. And if you listen to people with different opinions, you can clearly see that some don't even understand exactly what is happening or what actually went on. They follow social media platforms that are putting out wrongful information when it concerns this whole case. And to me, it is very dangerous to do that. From the very beginning, I didn't want to follow this case because at some point I needed to know the facts, to know what exactly has been going on. And as days pass, I realized these people don't want to stop. They continue to put out wrongful information about the whole case, and it should not be like this. Now seeing the mother coming out to subpoena social media platforms to know more information, I don't know what exactly they're trying to do here. I'll be following this up to see the end result of.
DMs are open for apologies. I want to make sure y'all send the same DM to me apologizing.
Whosoever created this fake audio is criminally charged and sued into oblivion. There are more than 60 witnesses who have been questioned and interviewed by authorities. Witness accounts have been reported as consistent. Multiple people interviewed by the Jackson County Sheriff's Office told investigators that Nolan chose to remain on the island.
Biggest tree they could find.
So to say, you know, best friend, childhood friend, that's a bit of a stretch.
So what's the truth in that? And how did that affect you? How did that make you feel?
So she originally touched and she said that we weren't childhood best friends. And she's not wrong. She's not wrong. I moved to Ocean Springs in 9th grade. I met Nolan in 9th grade, as I've stated in my Rolling Stone interview.
Brandon Tatum. I done seen some of the white liberal saviors and black folks get on here and talk shit about him. Why y'all mad that he went to go talk to Nolan Wells' homeboy?
Please kill me. You really don't care about Nolan Wells.
Where's
The fact that they have seen something there.
I think I'm going to end here. I want to appreciate people supporting, sharing out the videos. God bless you abundantly. So the short clips you see at the end, that's what you can always keep.
If you feel like, why go see the movie?
Sunny from The View.
Much more than just who plays something.
Yeah. So with all eyes on California, you can see exactly what's happening.
It was on here in the Golden State.
In 39 days, we will know.
Fun of people. And so this is my life.
You're talking about qualification.
Odysseus.
Telemachus. Penelope.
Antinous. Odysseus.
Athena.
Telemachus. This clip of Elliot Page is going to be what takes the Odyssey movie.
One thing I feel really